Houthi Rebels, Red Sea Overview. Background on Houthi Rebels. The Houthi Rebels, also known as Ansar Allah, originated as a theological movement preaching peace in the 1990s. The group was founded by Hussein Badreddin al-Houthi, a member of Yemen's Zaidi Shia minority, who felt marginalized in the predominantly Sunni country. The Houthis turned into a rebel group following the US-led invasion of Iraq in 2003, which they strongly opposed. The group's transformation into an armed rebellion was triggered by the Yemeni government's attempt to arrest Hussein al-Houthi in 2004, leading to 6 rounds of fighting known as the Sada Wars, which ended in 2010. The main goals of the Houthi rebels are to combat economic underdevelopment and political marginalization in Yemen, while seeking greater autonomy for the Houthi majority regions. They also aim to protect Yemen's Zaidi Shia sect from perceived threats such as Sunni extremism. Iranian support. Iran has been a key supporter of the Houthi rebels, providing financial aid, weapons, and training. This support has been crucial in enabling the Houthis to continue their fight against the Yemeni government and the Saudi-led coalition. Iran's motivations for supporting the Houthis are primarily strategic, as they allow Iran to counter Saudi influence in the region and extend its own influence across the Middle East. Reasons for attacking shipping in the Red Sea. The recent surge in attacks by the Houthi rebels on shipping in the Red Sea can be attributed to several factors. The ongoing conflict in Yemen between the Houthis and the Saudi-led coalition has intensified, leading to an escalation in attacks. These attacks serve to disrupt Saudi Arabia's economic interests and demonstrate the Houthis' ability to impact global trade routes. Geopolitical factors also play a significant role, as the Red Sea is a critical choke point for global trade and energy supplies. By threatening this maritime route, the Houthis aim to exert pressure on international actors to intervene in the Yemen conflict in their favor. The surge in attacks may also be a tactic to show the US and its allies that any conflict between them and Iran risks igniting a regional war. The Houthis have also escalated their attacks in response to other regional conflicts, such as the Israel-Hamas war, launching several missile and drone strikes towards southern Israel. Domestically, the military escalation bolsters the Houthis' position amid rising public discontent. Recent attacks by the Houthis. The Houthi rebels have recently escalated their attacks on commercial shipping in the Red Sea. On December 3, 2023, they launched ballistic missiles that struck 3 commercial ships, Unity Explorer No. 9 and Sophie Saku. The latter 2 ships sustained minor damage and no casualties. During the assault, a US warship shot down 3 drones in self-defense. In addition to these attacks, the Houthis have also targeted Israeli-connected ships. In November, they seized an Israeli-connected ship in the Red Sea, which is currently being held at the port of Hodeida, Yemen. On December 15, 2023, the Houthis launched missile attacks on 2 more cargo ships in the Red Sea. The following day, the United States and United Kingdom authorities reported that their warships had shot down 15 attack drones over the Red Sea, launched from Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen. On December 17, 2023, a ballistic missile fired by the Houthis hit a cargo ship in the Red Sea near the strategic Bab el-Mandeb Strait. This attack followed another one only hours earlier that struck a separate vessel. The Houthis have also launched missile and drone attacks towards Israel. One of these attacks resulted in an intercepted drone and another injured 6 people in 2 Egyptian towns on the Red Sea, falling short of their likely target of Israel. The Houthis have pledged to continue their attacks on vessels in the Red Sea, one of the world's busiest shipping routes, to pressure Israel to stop its attacks on Gaza. They have stated that any ship heading to and from Israel in the waters off Yemen would be targeted. These attacks have had significant implications for maritime security and global trade. They have led to increased war risk insurance premiums and disruptions to shipping routes, with some shipping companies choosing to avoid the area altogether. This has resulted in longer transit times and increased shipping costs. The international community has condemned these attacks, with the US and UK authorities vowing to consider all appropriate responses. They have specifically called out Iran for its support of the Houthi rebels, which has enabled these attacks. International response. The international response to the Houthi rebels' activities in the Red Sea has been mixed. Regional actors like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates have led a military coalition against the Houthis since 2015, with support from the US and other Western countries. However, there have also been diplomatic efforts to end the conflict, including UN-mediated peace talks. Sanctions have been imposed on the Houthi rebels by the US, which designated the group as a foreign terrorist organization in 2021. However, this decision was later reversed due to concerns about its impact on humanitarian aid deliveries to Yemen. Impact on maritime security. The Houthi rebels' actions have significantly impacted maritime security in the Red Sea. Their attacks on shipping have raised concerns about the safety of commercial vessels and the stability of global trade routes passing through the region. In response, there have been efforts to enhance security measures, including increased naval patrols and the use of private security firms by commercial shippers. Humanitarian consequences. The conflict involving the Houthi rebels has led to a severe humanitarian crisis in Yemen, with millions of people facing food insecurity and a lack of access to basic services. The situation has been exacerbated by the Houthis' attacks in the Red Sea, which have disrupted aid deliveries and increased the cost of imported goods. International organizations like the UN and the Red Cross are providing humanitarian aid, but their efforts are often hindered by the ongoing conflict. Recommendations for commercial operators. Given the escalating threat, commercial operators are advised to exercise caution when transiting through the Red Sea. The U.S. Maritime Administration has advised U.S.-flagged commercial vessels operating in these waters to review security measures, ensure the Automatic Identification System, AIS, is functioning, avoid entering or loitering near Yemen's ports, and exercise increased caution if operating in Yemen's territorial waters or Saudi territorial waters on the Red Sea. Shipping and logistics majors like AP Moller Maersk and Hapag-Lloyd have stopped their ships from entering the southern entrance of the Red Sea after attacks on their vessels. Insurance costs have also doubled for shippers moving through the Red Sea, adding significant costs to journeys for the most expensive ships. Countermeasures by world powers. In response to the Houthi attacks, the US is working with allies to create a multinational effort to protect ships passing through the Red Sea. This effort aims to stem a surge in attacks by Houthi fighters that has provoked unease about commercial trade passing through one of the world's most vital waterways. The US and UK have increased deployments of warships to the region, with American and British warships shooting down over a dozen drones launched from Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen. The US is also working to form an international maritime task force to counter the Houthi attacks, with plans to expand an existing coalition of 39 nations, Combined Task Force 153, which is focused on countering piracy and terrorism in the Red Sea, Bab el-Mandeb Waterway, and the Gulf of Aden. Future projections. The future situation in the Red Sea involving the Houthi rebels is uncertain. While there are ongoing peace negotiations, previous rounds of talks have failed to achieve a lasting resolution. The Houthis' continued attacks in the Red Sea and their resistance to international pressure suggest that the conflict is likely to persist in the near future. However, there are also efforts to find a political solution to the conflict, including a UN peace plan and initiatives by regional actors like Oman.